Hi there, this is a video to set up violin and viola players' bow hand. Now, in this video, I'm going to do everything in mirror so that as you are looking at it and going through this with me, when I have my left hand, this is really your right hand, and this is my right hand, which means it's your left hand. So we're going to make sure that we are aligned just like so. Now, when students come into my classroom, I take my dry erase marker and I'm going to put a marking on their hand. I use dry erase because it comes off of their hand very easily. Just use some hand sanitizer, it comes right off. So I'm going to take my dry erase marker and I'm going to put this on their right hand, and I'm going to line their pinky and their pointer just like so. And then I'm going to take a smoothie straw and we're going to connect the lines on their hand. So this is what it looks like from their perspective. I'm going to flip my hand over so you can see it this way. I'm connecting my lines here and I'm super gluing it to my hand. Now, before we go any further, give me a thumbs up. This is a banana. And a banana, well, it's great potassium, is not good for our bow hand. So we want to take this banana and it gets a big fat thumbs down. We do not want a banana. Banana splits where it's at. So we want to break that banana, split it apart. It is a banana split. Banana split is good, banana bad. Moving forward, we've got our lines. I'm going to attach this way. I'm going to wiggle my thumb because I want to remind myself that I want a banana split. And I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to attach it behind my middle finger with the straw involved. So my fingers are flat. Wiggle my thumb. I'm putting it behind my second finger and I'm going to then flip it over. So this is what my fingers look like. I want to flip it over and I want my fingers pointing down. Is my thumb banana split or is it banana? Banana split is good. Okay, so that's step one. Step two then is, let's help this out and let's see if we can get that pinky up on top. Okay, that's step two. Step three is we want to make sure that we can then set the bow hand, instead of lining it up this direction, to go this direction. Can we line it up the same direction? You know where your knuckles are. Line it up here, wiggle that thumb, and then go here, pinky up on top. What happens sometimes when we get that pinky up on top, the hand wants to go this direction. We need to remind ourselves that the pointer finger, he needs to take a nap. We're gonna go this direction. We wanna, sometimes I say, turn the doorknob. So like you're turning the doorknob, or maybe you're dumping out the soda. So that pointer finger is leaning. That pinky's up on top, but our fingers are still pointing downward, okay? This is what we're looking for, banana split. Now, the next step in all of this is I'll take a number 19 rubber band, and this is what our school has, so this costs me nothing, except taxpayer dollars, but that's besides the point. So I'm gonna take my rubber band and I'm just gonna put it on here a whole bunch of times. I don't want to make my straw get squished up. I just want to keep that there. And the point of this is to create that bump that is in our bow. We're looking for is to kind of give the kids this right here, this bump, the feeling of that. So I am going to get the hand set up now. So we're going from a top, turn, my thumb is behind that bump. It is in front of the bump, not on it. It's into it this direction, behind my second finger. Pinky is up on top. Okay. Next, this is where it gets fun. As if we're not already having fun. I'm going to take that dry erase marker and I am going to mark again. I'm going to mark the right hand. I'm going to put a big X on the top of it. Again, this will come right off with hand sanitizer, even water. It'll come right off. Okay, so here I am, and I want you to imagine a fence. A fence, how do you get in and out of it? Through a gate. The gate opens and shuts, but the fence does not move. So we're gonna create a fence with our arms, and our gate is what's going to move. So we're gonna start with Frankenstein arms, and we're gonna form the fence. So I'm gonna take my hand that does not have the X, and it is going to come across, and it's right at where my elbow bends, right above it. Okay, so we're going to form the fence, and then I'm going to close, taking my X hand and my thumb is going down, close the gate. The X is now, I say it's kissing your elbow. So we've closed the gate, okay? Now we're going to open and shut to keep it straight. And when I'm opening the gate, I want the X to look at me. Open and shut to keep it straight. So here it is. Form the fence, close the gate. Open and shut to keep it straight. Now you'll see them doing this in the lunchroom, and the administrators will wonder if this is the latest TikTok trend. Just roll with it. Here it is again. Form the fence, close the gate. Open and shut to keep it straight. Next, back to this concept. We're gonna put this all together. So what I'm gonna do now is, I'm gonna take that number 19 rubber band, and I am going to put it on a paper clip. That's the word I'm looking for. Paper clip, just like so. And I'm gonna attach it to my straw, and I'm gonna tape that up just so that this doesn't pull off of there. Okay, so this is what I end up with, okay? I always use painter's tape because it doesn't get sticky and it doesn't leave residue, it doesn't leave a mess. I use painter's tape for everything with my kids. Okay, so here I go. Now, I'm going to take this odd creation, which again, everything here, it's a smoothie straw. I got a bag of 200 for like $4 at the grocery store, and painter's tape, I get that in my budget, and I buy a ton of it. I get like a 4-pack, and it lasts me a year, maybe 2 years. It's good stuff. So I'm gonna take this rubber band contraption and I'm gonna put it on my left arm, the one that doesn't have the X. Okay, here it is, okay? And it's hanging downward. We're gonna form the fence again. So here we go. We're going to form the fence, close the gate. And when I get over here to the gate, I'm grabbing the smoothie straw over here. Okay, here we go. Open and shut to keep it straight. Open and shut to keep it straight. So what I'm doing here is this rubber band is giving the kids some resistance so that we can feel, we can pull the bow slow, we can pull it fast. And so it's just a really good trainer. So we want to do this a bunch of times. And if you want to add resistance, even more resistance to it, what you could do is double up the rubber band. Your kids you have skinnier arms than me, and you could probably do that. But again, we're just working on some resistance and being able to feel that, so that when we put the actual bow on the instrument, we're gonna have a nice pull, and we'll be able to have some strength there and to pull it across the string. So there was a lot in this video. We started with the smoothie straw. We formed the fence. We added the bump on the smoothie straw, and then we added the rubber band so that we can pull without resistance. So I hope this will help your violin and viola players. And for my violin and viola players that are watching this right now, just remember that this is a difficult process. It takes time. But remember what Mrs. Rat always says, when it's difficult, you are learning. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.